Hi everyone. Today we're joined by MKOI's support Alvaro after the series against T1. Of course, it doesn't really feel well, I would assume, to lose the game, to lose the series, but obviously you guys were able to get a win in game two. How did you guys feel after that, and what were some of the things that probably you hoped were done better in game three?
I mean, for sure, game one was a mess. I think after we actually started behind, it was completely, I think a bit too hard to actually come back. We tried a bit of a desperate plays, and we were not able to actually do the comeback on that game. Then second game, I think everyone was actually more confident and more coordinated. Everyone was actually confident coming to the series because I think you actually don't need to be scared of them. And the third game, I still have some regrets because I think we could have taken this game, but we did some silly mistakes. Like on Atacan, I think Joy and me got caught. And then after on the last fight, I think we could actually take it. And, we will still have another chance in another fight. But right now, having a bit of regrets, happy for the tournament, but still, sad because I got out.
What were some of the things that you guys are looking forward to now? Because obviously, like at the CWC, it looked like the European teams have stepped up compared to MSI. What are the positive takeaways you guys are getting from this tournament?
I mean, I think in social media it was said that Europe was really bad and everything after MSI. I think people were too on one side. I think we are really close every region, and I don't think there is that much of a gap. Of course, I think LCK and LPL, they are still the strongest regions because they have really strong teams, but I think you can actually compete into them. And I mean, in MSI it was a bit of a mess, I think, because both G2 and us didn't perform well, but I was confident and I was sure that we actually have the level to compete. And I'm still happy for G2 because they are still in the tournament. So I mean, just making Europe proud, I think it's a good phrase to actually end this.
I kind of wanted to ask you, how does it feel when you have to wake up knowing that you have a match against someone like Carrier, and obviously that's just T1 in general? Do you feel like you wake up with a little bit of a pressure? Does it not bother you? Are you just taking it as a normal day? Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
I think I have the same. I don't think it's about the player itself. I think when I'm playing in an international, of course, the feeling is different than in LEC, but I think it's mostly the same. I think, for example, at night, I try to go to sleep, but sometimes depending on which game I'm facing or when I need to wake up, I can maybe take some time actually to sleep a bit more because, there is some stress or you are thinking about it. But, I mean, for me, of course, I respect them a lot because I think they are really great players and they are actually world champions. And Keria is one of the players that I actually looked up to before. But as I have said in other interviews, I think if you are a fan of your enemy, I don't think you're going to actually beat him. So when it comes to the Rift, you are competitors and you just want to face him and you actually want to beat him. And I think today I can take a lot of lessons from it.
Are there a lot other lessons aside from just gameplay wise for you on a personal level compared to when you first started as a professional player?
Yeah, I think mentally is mostly, I will say. Right now, for example, we're going to have some days to rest, but we need to be really soon to do content in LEC. So there is not much big of a time, so I actually know that I need to make use of that time that I actually have for resting. So I think the time outside of the Rift, taking care of myself, and both mentally and physically, I think is something that I did a big step up. And in this MSI, I will say, I think learning about the game. Of course, we didn't have that much practice. Like we only practiced sometimes into the best teams because it was really short the tournament. Yeah. But I think it's always a really good chance when you actually have the opportunity to face them, and just learning and actually taking the best that you can from it.
Perfect. One last question. This is something I've been asking on basically every pro, including Jojo right here. Can you rank me your best 5 players right now in the world from your role, so supports? Ideally, if you can, in order.
Okay, do I include myself?
You can also include yourself, of course.
Okay, I mean, I think it's really depends on what exactly area. Like I think that depending on the champion and depending on which role. Okay. But for me, how I value it, I will say I will focus on EWC players because I don't focus on. So I will say probably I think Keria is top 1. I think Kyle is top 2. I will say. I will say top 3 Duro. Okay. Then I will say Legends and I will say me.
Perfect. Just
Delight. Sorry, Delight.
Okay. Do you value more mechanics, game awareness, and just general understanding macro? Is what do you give more value to when you're doing this kind of?
I think I was doing in general a mix of the things that they actually are good on. Because, for example, I think On is a really good player, but sometimes I don't think he's performing well. Like you could see, for example, in the series the other day. And I don't have that much pressure when I play into him in some areas. Okay. In other areas, yes. So I think, for example, into the other players, AL is a really strong team. They play really coordinated. Keria is the kind of player that actually can take the role. And, for example, playing alone, he makes a lot of pressure on the map. Yeah. So I'm just valuing mechanically and actually macro-wise what I think is the most scary for me to actually face.
Perfect. Very clear insight. Thank you very much. And then good luck with the rest of the coming weeks, I would say. Take some rest. I think you guys deserved it, especially you were able to put up a really good fight against T1. And then good luck for Split 3 and Summer Split.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.